As Major League Baseball continues to try and negotiate for a 2020 season, the 2020 minor league baseball season being canceled is almost a foregone conclusion. But since nothing is definitively set in stone for the minor leagues, guys like Rudy Rott are kind of in a state of limbo right now. Rott was a 9th-round pick by the Phillies in last summer's MLB draft after he had a successful 4-year college career at Ohio. This summer was set to be his second in pro ball, and he remembers being at spring training for about a week when he got the bad news.
We came in, they told us we had the weekend off, and then we'd talk again Sunday, or I think Sunday or Monday, and I think it was Sunday night or afternoon we went in, and they said, "You're all going home."
Since then, Rott hasn't heard from his organization about what the status of their season is, putting him and thousands in a tough spot.
2.5 months into it. So it's like, now it's getting tough to stay. It's like, I just want to know, am I going back next month? Am I going back in October? Am I not going back until next spring? Like, that's the hardest part for me right now is, should I be building up towards something or cooling it to give my body a little break here and then hit it hard again next month or something like that?
As for his personal trajectory, Rott says he struggled in the pros last summer with an average of under 240 and an OBP just over 300. It was a stark contrast to his college self, a 2-time MAC Player of the Year and the all-time Ohio hits leader. At the root of the lower numbers in Class A was a mentality he had.
It was one of the first times after I got drafted where I kind of sat back for that week before I went and was like, just kind of thought about everything that had happened the last 8 years. Because even after high school, I rolled right into college. The week after state, I left for college.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where it all kind of just hit me at once, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And I think it kind of took that mental state into the summer where it was kind of like, enjoy everything, take it all in, and not necessarily how I've always been, just put your head down and go to work. And I was a little loose, and I had basically every bad habit I've ever went through at the plate was all kind of going on at once. So I didn't feel like it was the level of play so much as just myself not being in a good spot. I hadn't struggled like that in a long time. So it was good, just kind of humbling, remember where you're at and get back to work and ready to go. And I felt like I got back to spring training in a better place than I've ever been, mentally, physically, just baseball wise. I felt really good. So I'm excited for when we do get to play again, what I feel I can do.
Now, the Phillies as an organization have announced that they will be continuing to pay their minor leaguers their $400 a week through the end of this month. After that is completely unknown to guys like Rott. He says in the meantime, he's selling individualized hitting sessions with kids from around the area.